This week's video, we go from this filthy, dirty, horrible floor to a fully finished floor in the van. So, starting off, we get the full sheets of 18mm ply, and we measure them, and then take the circular saw to them, and cut them. Nice and easy. Then comes the first test fit. So this is literally just the square cut down so it fits in. We've still got to then actually cut the edges so it fits in with the edge of the floor that you can see at the front there. And also it's slightly too big, so we need to trim a little bit off. And it's just a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, getting it perfect. And then we're in for the final time, having been in and out multiple times, and it finally fits. And this is me just checking the gaps all along, making sure it's all uniform basically. Happy. Then we come in with the second piece, which is literally just drop it in and trim out a tiny little bit in the corners for the wheel arches. So you can see it just needs a little bit coming out of the corners. So quick mark with a pencil to mark out where that is. Take it back out, and then we're ready to drop it into place. It got dark on that day, so this is the new day, and we're doing the most complicated piece now. So we've got these lovely set of, I think they're called architect's compasses. They're not the sort of compasses that you used to have in school, that you used to stab your friends with. Although these would do a very good job of that. So yeah, they're a little bit more accurate because they've got the little locking screw at the top. So this is me just setting the largest gap distance and then trying my best to follow the line of the wheel arch. It's quite hard to get it perfectly straight, to be honest, but didn't do a bad job. And then you come in and just make sure that your line is vaguely straight, because it's a bit wobbly when you're using these things. And then you do the same at the other end. And you'll notice that this is just a rubbish piece of MDF that I've got here, all covered in oil and stuff. This is the scrap wood for making the template. I was going to use the nice piece of 18mm ply underneath, but decided that that could be used for something else, so found this piece of scrap wood in the garage and using this to cut it out. And then the line across the front face of the wheel arch, just a straight edge, so get the straight edge out, otherwise known as a spirit level, and then draw along it. With the compasses still attached, because why not? It's simply a case of following the lines and cutting. If only it was this quick in the real world. But First cut done. Let's see how it fits. Pretty well. Not bad at all, but there's just a little bit at the front there. So we'll just shave that bit off, I believe. Oh, nudge it in and it's looking good. So that's me measuring to make sure the width is all good of the next piece. And then drawing out the template onto it, it's the same both sides. And measure, measure, measure. And this is where I found out that something wasn't right. But we got there in the end. Basically I was measuring between the wheel arches to find out the gap between them, whereas my template was giving me a gap that was far too small. But with a bit of mental arithmetic and juggling numbers around, got there eventually. But the piece is too long, so let's trim off the edge first. And again, I really wish it was this quick to cut in real life, because this is the actual speed. And then now, oh, if only it was that quick. Then measuring again. Lots of measuring happening here just to make sure, because this wood isn't cheap. So it's measure 3 times, cut once basically. But yeah, we're measuring to make sure it still fits in basically. And then once I've done the measuring, I then double checked it and lined up with the spirit level to make sure the gaps between the wheel arches were correct. More measuring, more drawing, getting scared, and then just going, right, let's send it and cut it. Yes, there is a little bit of water on the board there from a little leak we've got in the roof. But that's being sorted. And then you can see my friend Andy here from Bud's Beanies. What did we forget? We forgot the corners. So Andy there assisting me measuring while I do cutting. And then do the same at the other end. Job's a good one. Nearly a good one. Now job's a good one. Right, so then we take out all the wood. We got the biscuit cutter there, so that's cutting little holes into the bits of wood halfway down the middle. And you can put these little wooden biscuits in, and it just stops the wood from flexing where there's joins, so it keeps the panels together. And then a quick sweep out. Andy kindly closed the side door because as I was sweeping it was blowing back in. So, and now we have the thermal layer for the floor, so a gold backed thermal layer, and that just gets stuck down to the floor. Still got loads of it left. Don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, this is a lot easier with 2 people. And then we get the aluminium foil tape and just seal up all of the gaps, so the seams between the sheets and all of the edges. Now we've just got one more piece to go in here, and we at this point think this is a great idea, but soon realise that it's not the best of ideas. But we go and we overlap this, which is a bit stupid, because you'll see when we put the floor in there's a little bit of a ridge there, so it doesn't sit properly. But hey ho, the biscuit cutter and all the weight on top of it essentially means the wood sits fine. Me taking a nice little lie down in my van that's got a nice warm floor. Took my shoes off as well. I felt like it wasn't right to be walking on this stuff with your shoes on. It's really nice to be in your van with a nice comfortable floor. Just got a bit more aluminium tape there going in, sealing up all the gaps. And yes, I'm well aware the door is slightly closed. One of those things, once you start filming, you forget the camera's there, and then you do things and then suddenly realise, oh, that's been blocking half the shot. But yeah, bit of tidy up and sealing all the edges. And that is the insulation on the van completely done. And then we put the wood flooring back in. Little hammer just to knock it in. Biscuit cutter, make the holes again and pop the biscuits in, and that just stops it from raising up and down, and then more biscuit holes. And the final sheet is going in. Of finessing, and we are in. And this is where we realise our mistake in doubling up the layers of floor thermal lining, because there's a bit of a wobble in the floor now. But as I said, that'll all get tidied out, and the biscuit cutter sorts it, as well as any weight that we're going to be putting down on there. So on the left hand side, that's where all the electric's going to be mounted, so there's going to be a box over the wheel there, which will bolt down into the floor and into the wall. And on the right hand side, that's where our fresh water tank's going to be going, so that will also fix down to both the floor and the wheel arch, I believe. And the old trusty knocking stick comes in handy here. I'm just making sure that the final piece is well and truly butted up against the middle piece. And that is a floor fully mounted with a bit of a wobble.